Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming a try on of my Sephora purchases and we're going to chat about creators and friends. So if you want to see that, then just keep watching. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome. My name is KARENHARRIS. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I do post quite often, so highly recommend subscribing, turning on that bell so you're notified every time I post. And without further blabbering, let's get into it. So like every good YouTuber, I also placed a few Sephora orders over the last couple of days. I feel like I've been pretty good. I've been trying really hard to narrow things down because everything's so expensive, and I do have a few indie purchases that I made as well. So I'm trying to balance everything out, but I did pick up a few things from the store in my town. So I thought we could, organize my makeup room, which currently looks like a bomb went off in it, and also play with some makeup. And then I'm going to film my creator and friends haul, which is going to be a separate video. So if you want to see all of that, it's coming. Just be patient. But I want to dig into these Sephora products. So I did pick up one thing that I'm super excited about is the new Urban Decay foundation. So this is the Face Bond Waterproof Foundation, 24-hour wear, and it says can't fill coverage. It says it's a self-setting foundation, water and sweat and humidity proof, smudge and transfer resistant, no powder needed. Now that just sounds like something I would really enjoy, and I got the shade 23, which is medium neutral. I think this packaging is really cute and sleek, so I'm very, very excited. I think I'm just going to use a brush to apply it, so we'll see how it goes. But when I was at Creator and Friends, we received the new Sigma collection of brushes that they're coming out with. So these are all complexion brushes, and I'm so pumped. I couldn't wait. I had to try a lot of this stuff out while I was at New Orleans, so we'll see how this all applies. But oh Lord, I feel like I need to join a strongman competition to squeeze that out. But here we go. Let's see on the shade match. It looks like a good match. And this is the new soft coverage brush, the F48 from Sigma. I believe these are launching pretty soon here. How beautiful is that coverage? I don't have any makeup on. I did put on the Milk Makeup foam primer. That looks pretty nice, huh? So that's the side with foundation, no foundation. Just let me know what you guys think. It is a little hard to squeeze the product out, so I don't know if it's just me. But other than that, the coverage is looking real nice. Okay, I'm going to squeeze some onto the back of my hand. Why is this so hard to do? I was going to say, am I being stupid? Probably. It looks pretty glowy, but I think that might just be the primer I used. Okay, I like it. It looks like it is setting a little bit and the dewiness is slowly absorbing itself. Did I buy anything else that I could use on my face? Okay. I did buy an eye cream. This is just a repurchase. Love it so much. I might just buy a second one just so I have an extra. But I'm going to take a little bit of my Huda color corrector, throw it on under my eyes, and then Sigma is coming out with a brush called the Soft Angle Concealer Brush, the F72. Now this one is very soft. It's not as dense as the Cinch brush, and I think it's about the size of the Cinch brush, but the Zoeva brush is a little bit smaller than this and also more dense than this one. This one does have some flex to it, so, just trying to do my best to describe them so that in case you're trying to decide between these different types of brushes that we have now for concealer, it'll help you out. I just want to put a little bit on the spots where I have some discoloration. And of course, we're going to go on top with a concealer as well. So I'm just packing it on, packing it on. Okay, so I'm going to give this a second to set, and then I'm going to go on with my last layer of concealer. Okay, so on my trip, I did bring 2 concealers, but if you follow me on Instagram, you know that my Hourglass concealer betrayed me because I dropped it on the floor, super normal, like it just fell like this, and it broke, and I was so bummed that it broke because I do really like that concealer. And I was like, okay, well, at least it's the Sephora sale, so maybe I'll just buy another one. But I was like, well, do I really need another concealer, or can I just use up some of the ones I have? So far I haven't repurchased it. I might still crack before the sale ends, but what do you think? Do you guys think I should just leave it? Like, let sleeping dogs lie, as they say? Or should I just go ahead and buy another one? I feel like I don't need it. Parted ways, not on my terms, because the concealer decided to break itself, you know, not my fault. And now I'm like, no, concealer, you said you would never leave me, and now here you are, you're gone. So I'm still feeling a little salty about that. Okay, so this is a cool brush. This is their new Precision Powder FO8 brush. As you can see, it's got that famous shape that we might have seen from other brands. So happy that Sigma has done their own version, because the other brands don't send me PR. So I'm just kidding, you guys. It's fine. This one, I do have the BK Beauty version of this brush, or similar brush, and that one's definitely more, what's the word? There's more bristles in it, so it's like, I just used the word when I was talking about the concealer brush, and I already forgot, but the bristles are packed more tightly, so it's better for like foundation and stuff like that. Liquid blush, this one is a little bit softer, so it moves around a little bit more under the eyes, but I, of course, will try this with liquid products as well, because you guys know how much I love a liquid blush, contour, all those things. I will say that this one is, again, like I said, the bristles are packed a lot less tight. This one I really like. This is the Sigma Multitasker brush, and I love this for all my cream and liquid products. So just want to say that they have like a similar shape, as you can see, but they kind of feel a little bit different, each of them. But man, I think this foundation is doing an excellent job. For some reason, when I was reading the claims of this, I felt like it was a foundation I was gonna like. So happy to report that it is. And then for my eyeshadows, I have options, y'all. I have options. We got a few palettes, products during the Creator and Friends. So I got the updated Druid and Bard palettes from Fantasy Cosmetic. I actually created a look with the Bard on the trip, so I'm excited to have a new palette. And then Clionadh gave us these beautiful new multi-chromes that they're coming out with from their stained glass collection. And of course, Sigma Beauty gave us the Cool Neutrals palette, which they are launching next month. And you guys know me, not a fan of cool tones, but this is actually something I can definitely get behind. It's not so much a gray palette. It's just got cool tone browns, cool tone mauves, which makes sense because we have warm tones that are in the mauve and neutral color story. So why can't we have browns that are in the neutral color story? So I think I'm actually just going to be that person, break Heather Austin's heart even more, because she was like, I wanted to take pictures. If you haven't seen her haul, I was moderating her live stream with her husband, and she was like, Karen, I can't believe you used all these things. And I was like, girl, I could not wait. Also, I was flying home, so I got rid of a lot of the packaging. Like, the PR box for this palette was pretty small. I think you'll see a lot of creators show it in their videos, but I didn't have the space, and I mean, I did. I could have probably checked a second bag if I really wanted to, but I was able to fit everything in to my one check bag and my carry-on, and I was kind of happy with that because as much as I wanted to bring everything that I could, I was going to basically pay to fly it home and throw it away. So I might as well have just done it in New Orleans. So yeah, if you only want to see palettes in perfect condition, then I guess I'm going to disappoint you. But I personally feel like I'm very easy on my palettes. So I don't mind every once in a while posting a picture of a palette that I actually used. Like, I don't think every palette that's on my Instagram needs to be in this like pristine brand new condition. Of course, you are always allowed to disagree with me, but this is a democracy most of the time, and that's how I feel about it. So yeah, that's that on that. But I just use the shade Superior and the shade Volcanic on my outer corner and inner corner. And I really wanted to say too, we had the wonderful pleasure of hearing the owner of Sigma Beauty explain her inspiration behind this palette. So I don't know if she does all the product development on her own. I don't think she does, because I think she has a team. But she did say, and I thought it was so interesting, so the owner of Sigma Beauty is originally from Brazil, and she said that the city, or like, I don't know if it was city or province or what she said, but the area she's from is known for their minerals. And so she said this was very much inspired by, and I'm not a crystal girly, but I want to say agate. So this is like what you would see when you cut into the many layers of agate. And she said all the names of the shades in the palette are also like named after different words that are used in like crystals and mining of crystals. So I thought that was pretty cool. And she also said that this is kind of like her version of making cool tones easy. So each of these you can actually use as a duo. She like pre-planned them that way. So I think that's super smart, because not every palette needs to be a freaking puzzle, and I am so appreciative of her doing that. So I think I'm going to take the shade Burst, and the shade Polish is going to be my top layer, but I'm going to start off with Burst because that one looks like it has more pigmentation to it and a base shade, and then Polish looks more like a shade without a base. So let's just go ahead and put this on our eyes. I did bring a few different Sigma palettes on the trip with me, and I enjoyed playing with them, but I ended up kind of wearing some of the eyeshadow we got on the trip. And so I just wanted to dig into this palette because I was like, life is too short. Play with the palettes, use all your makeup, live your best life. You know what I mean? But I will say I definitely did not spend a majority of my trip putting makeup on, so there's definitely a ton of videos and vlogs of me that other creators have posted where I'm not wearing makeup, and honestly it's fine. I really tried to be in the moment. I knew that other people were going to be vlogging the trip, and I'm not like some amazing vlogger. I don't have a special fancy vlog camera. I did film some clips thinking I'll like insert them, but if I don't, it's fine because so many other ladies created beautiful vlogs. So I like this eye look. I think it definitely needs a wing liner. So I'm going to do all of that after I get done with my face makeup. But I don't think I have a bronzer with me. I did buy the Too Faced cream bronzer. I will definitely be trying that out when it gets delivered. But I'm going to use the Caramel bronzer from Benefit. I freaking love this bronzer. It's such a great shade for me. So let's go ahead and apply that. This is what I took on the trip with me as well. Okay, so this is the Sigma Soft Sculpt Brush. So let's see how this applies. My bronzer, when I think sculpt, I feel like it's going to be like a contour brush, but I don't know, guys. I know contour is like making a comeback, and who knows, maybe I'll get on the bandwagon, but I just feel like I don't want to be gray like I used to be. I don't want to contour. I just want to live in the sunshine And so this is doing a good job. I like how small this brush is because the other Sigma brush I use for a bronzer is pretty big. So for that purpose, I do enjoy this one. But how cute is that? It's doing a good job, and it's so soft. These like brushes are so soft. So I love that for me. And then we got to do blush. Is this a blush brush? This is the Soft Angle Cheek Brush from Sigma. I love how like fluffy it is. So let's go ahead and apply a blush that I picked up during the Sephora sale. Okay, so you guys know how much I was loving Fire Moon from Haus Labs. And during the sale, I did pick up French Rosette, which is more of that ready, neutrally blush shade. So super duper excited to have it. I don't know when I became, oh my god, look at how pigmented that is. I don't know when I became a Haus Labs blush girly. I didn't like them when they did them in the bigger packaging. I thought they were hard to blend, but Fire Moon kind of like got me. And so I was like, well, let me get French Rosette as well. Such a pretty color. So yeah, if you're looking for a blush recommendation, a powder blush recommendation for the Sephora sale, I think these are stunning, and they just a little bit goes a long way. So I love that for me. And then I also grabbed a highlighter. This is from Fenty. This is the Demi Glow Light Diffusing Highlighter. It says silky smooth formula for a naturally radiant finish, effortless application, and lightweight textures. So I got this in the shade Loose Change, and I was able to swatch it in store, which I'm super grateful for because I think they have like 6 or 8 shades. So it was nice to be able to see them in person and figure it out. Okay, so I'm just going to grab this Unearthly brush. Oh gosh, this is definitely picking up. This is definitely picking up a lot. That is freaking blinding. I think that's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay, and before I head off camera to finish up this makeup look, I'm going to use a lip shade. So Unearthly was also one of the sponsors for one of the dinners, and they did send over one of their lip pencils, but I did grab a different shade instead. This is Carnage, and I'm going to pair it with the City Lips Plumping Lip Gloss. This is in the shade Crimson. I honestly didn't think this was like an aggressive plumping lip at all. Okay, so I like to use lip liner basically as a base to lip glosses so that it doesn't look too sheer. I did use these glosses when we were getting ready. It was my first time trying the brand, but yeah, I think these are really nice and opaque. And you know, sometimes these plumping glosses can like hurt your lips, but this one does not do that to me. So I just wanted to share that that is the lip product I was wearing a majority of the time during the trip. But I'm going to finish up the look, spray my face, mascara, fix this hair, and I'll be right back to give you guys some thoughts on the products I just tested out. Okay, friends, so here is the finished look. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments. Let's go ahead and talk really quick about some of the products I tested out today. So, Cool Neutrals palette from Sigma Beauty. This is launching on the 2nd of May. I'm going to be able to thoroughly test this one out. So, let me know what you would like to see with this particular palette. I do have a discount code with Sigma Beauty. It's KHMAKEUP10. You can use that to save on the Sigma site. I will say this palette has some really pretty packaging. The shimmer shades are incredibly sparkly, and I believe the owner of Sigma did say that this is a new shimmer formula, so I think it's fabulous. I will say, as I have in the past, that Sigma eyeshadows are just a solid eyeshadow formula, especially for a big brand. They are very wearable, and they don't emphasize any texture or lines that you might have on your lids. So a very reliable formula. You're not going to see like multi-chromes and typically not a lot of duochromes in their palettes either, but it's just a more mainstream good formula. So highly recommend if you like to wear neutrals every day and you want to see a cool tone version of that. This will be fun, and it always comes with a brush. This brush is really nice, and the handle does have that kind of agate print. I guess, for lack of a better word, on it. So yeah, super pretty. Would love to hear from you guys. What else you would like to see with this? Let me know. I'll try and get something done for you. Now, as far as this Fenty highlighter goes, I'm really excited about this. It's beautiful. It has that, like that, ooh, that, it's right there, but it has a clear base to it. It definitely has that lit from within look, which I absolutely love. So I don't know, maybe I want another one, maybe I don't. I'm trying not to buy everything in multiple shades of the same formula, but whew, that looks wet. I think I'm gonna love that all summer long. And the new House Labs blush shade is really, really pretty. I am happy I picked this one up. I don't think I'm gonna buy any more of them, but I am a little bit tempted because they do have some pretty bright shades. Maybe I should pick up the watermelon shade. Let me know what you guys think now that it is in different packaging. It just seems to be working better for me. As far as these new Sigma brushes go, you guys know I love Sigma brushes, and these ones are really, really nice. The only one I haven't, no, I use this one too. So yeah, I did end up using all of these. So very excited. They feel nice and weighted. And Simone, the owner of Sigma, did give us a full rundown of these brushes, how they create them, how much they test them. So there is a lot of science and a lot of backing that goes into these brushes. They do have a 2-year guarantee as well. So if anything happens to your brushes, I do believe Sigma will replace them for you. So love that from me. Next thing is this lip gloss from City Beauty. I think it's a nice gloss. They do have quite a bit of pigmentation to them. A little bit plumping, but nothing that's gonna make you want to tear your lips off. And last but certainly not least is the new Urban Decay Face Bond Foundation. I really like how sleek this packaging is. It reminds me a little bit of the Kosas tinted oil that they used to have. Nice, sleek packaging. This is going to be perfect for traveling. It's plastic. It's going to take up as little space as possible in your makeup bag. So I'm very, very excited about it. I really love how my face looks. It looks filtered. It looks flawless. It's not too matte. It's not too dewy. I cannot wait to keep wearing this, see how I like it. But so far, I'm very, very impressed. So we might have another winner on our hands when it comes to Urban Decay Foundation, which I am not mad about. So I will keep you posted on that. That is everything for this testing new makeup / talking about things that I got during Creator and Friends. If you want to see a haul, it's coming up. And yeah, that's all for today. I will see you in another video very, very soon. Bye!